Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful garbage mouth, and if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. If you want to jump straight to the overall review of the products, I'll leave a time code down below. Feel free to jump ahead. Guys, I was actually going to talk about something different, but it's actually Jeffree Star related, and it was very strange, and I hate society. Okay, so the other day, which happened to be Easter Sunday, we had a family day. I was hanging out with my mom and stuff like that, and we all decided to go out to eat and whatever, and we went to the mall because my mom wanted to get something, and basically I kind of wanted to like snoop around the Morphe store because I really wanted to see these concealers. I didn't pick up these products in Morphe. I actually bought them through Beautylish because I couldn't deal with Jeffree Star's fucking website, and I knew I wasn't gonna have a chance to go to the mall on launch day, so I figured fuck it, I'm just gonna order it and have it delivered to the house. It's just the easiest thing to do. Now with that said, I did call on Saturday. The Morphe sales associate mentioned that they're gonna be open on Easter Sunday, so I was like, all right, cool. I'll go check it out in person, maybe swatch a couple of shades to include in this video. Well, anyway, so we get to the mall around the time that it opens, and we're just walking around doing whatever. When it gets to about like maybe 10 minutes before the Morphe store is about to open, I start heading over to the Morphe store location, and I see that the lights are on. It looks like the store is about to open. I actually see right in the middle there's a huge Jeffree Star display. So I'm standing there, whatever, patiently waiting. My mom decided to go to a different store. She didn't feel like waiting. Okay, cool. So I was just kind of sitting outside with Alex, when all of a sudden this older woman comes up, and this little girl, I cannot stress that enough, like has to be like probably like 11 or 12. Now they see that we're standing in front of the store, so they're standing there and they're looking. I see like the little girl, she's kind of like pointing at something, and like she whispers something, and the older woman said, "What?" And the little girl goes,
"That's it! That's the magic star! That's the concealer! I want that concealer!"
Now I'm looking at this little girl and thinking, bitch, what do you fucking need concealer for, honey? You don't have student loan problems. I don't understand. You haven't been losing sleep at night. Why the fuck do you need concealer? She's 12. This girl's face was literal perfection. She didn't have one goddamn fucking zit or anything on her face. I obviously am jealous, but I was just kind of staring at her like, what the fuck do you need any of this shit for? So now it's starting to get to the point where it's about 11 o'clock or so. Can I tell you that the older woman that was with this child walked up to the front doors of the Morphe store, grabbed both handles, and started violently shaking the doors and screaming,
"Open up! Open up! Give me that magic star concealer!"
I silently lost my fucking mind laughing. This woman then turns to me and says,
"Do you know what time it is?"
I said, "Yeah, it's a little past 11.
"They're late. They're late. When my granddaughter wants something, she gets it."
I was like, bitch, where the fuck were you when I was growing up? This little girl was like now stomping her feet like,
why are they open?
and now this woman is even shaking the doors harder somehow. I don't even understand. Fucking screaming,
"Open up now!"
Alex then texts me, literally says, "This is your story." See guys, this is the shit that happens around me. I feel like anytime I do some sort of review and I'm trying to think to myself, oh, what story am I going to talk about? Shit like this happens. And then I'm like, there's my material. Thank God. In any case, after the woman stopped violently shaking the door, she walked up on me like Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex style.
"Your skin is beautiful. What I wouldn't do to have your skin."
I politely smiled. I said, thank you. I grabbed Alex's hand. I said, I think my mom's calling me. And I hightailed it out of there because I'm pretty sure had I stood there any longer, that lady would be wearing my skin as a mask. In any case, about 10 minutes later or whatever, I walked back to the store to only see that they are still closed. So I guess the sales associate from Morphe lied to me. Yeah, it was kind of also a cock tease because I was just like standing by the window looking at all the display of concealers. And I'm like, I just want to touch them. And now I can't. Anyway, that was my Sunday. That was my Easter Sunday. So I hope your day was better. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the two new Jeffree Star Magic Star products, one being the concealer and the other one being the setting powder. I have the concealer in the shade C3 and the setting powder in the shade Fair. But before I give you my overall thoughts, let me read you a little bit about the product first. Magic Star Concealer retails for $22. Our unique, creamy, high coverage liquid concealer formula comes in over 30 shades. What does it do? Helps even out skin tone, has 20% pigment, and can cover tattoos. Anti-aging properties help reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Increased wear time and a self-setting effect keeps you looking flawless for hours. The Magic Star Setting Powder retails for $22. Introducing our first ever setting powder formula. This ultra-fine, soft, and luxurious formula is infused with vitamin C and E with a special blend of silica that controls oils and keeps you looking flawless all day. Experience the airbrush Jeffree Star approved blurring effect. Pores, creasing who? Can't relate. Currently available in 8 stunning shades. So let's talk about the concealer. First of all, the packaging is kind of cute, but also kind of not. And I say that because I think when it was first announced, it was like, oh my God, it actually looked really, really adorable. And then when I saw it in person, I was kind of like, oh, okay. This is kind of like what I imagined the 6-year-old version of me would want, except not pink and make it black. And then if I just did this 3 times, I would get a plate of cupcakes in front of me. It's definitely very childlike. And maybe that explains why that fucking 12-year-old girl really wanted this so goddamn bad. The star on the top here is sharp as fuck, which is actually kind of amazing because my neighborhood has been getting a little bad lately. So if I carry this in my purse and anyone comes near me, I could slit their throat with it. So that's great. This product is plastic, which is kind of a bummer because I feel like with his last few palettes, they have been nothing but luxurious, and this kind of falls short. It's cute, but it's not luxurious by any means, so that kind of sucks. Even though this is a weird size, it does fit into my drawers. So like I have Muji acrylic drawers as well as like Sorbus acrylic drawers. Even though it's a weird fucking dildo size, it still fits very well in there, so don't be alarmed if you don't think it's going to fit into any sort of packaging. So with that said, here is the actual wand. The doe foot on this is really interesting. I have never seen a concealer that had this kind of a doe foot, and what I really like about it is it kind of reaches right in the corner and you're able to sweep it out with ease. On both of my eyes, I only dipped once, did not go back in multiple times. So Jeffree was right about that. You don't have to, ow, fuck. See, when you try to twist this shit off, it fucking almost cuts you. God damn it. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. You're able to actually swipe it on once and you actually get full coverage. So I've been wearing this product for a couple of hours now, and I have to say upon application, I really enjoyed it because I felt like all the claims that he was saying in this video were very true. I felt very hydrated. It provided an amazing coverage that I'm not used to because I technically like medium coverage concealers. Now keep in mind, everybody is different. So my preferences will be different from yours and blah, 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 vice versa. But for me, I don't normally go full coverage because I feel like I don't really need it. That's why I like to go with more medium. So with that said, I was actually quite impressed that one, the color match actually wasn't that bad for me. Yeah, it's a little on the lighter side, but I don't mind it so because it actually, I feel like brightens and highlights this area. When I was using it, again, blended out with ease, there is no smell. I didn't get any sort of irritation near my eye because I find that lately with concealers, if I get too close to kind of the tear duct, I start tearing up immediately because of whatever the fragrance is in the concealer formula. This, there is no fragrance, and that's fucking great. I love the shit out of that. I had no problem blending it out with the sponge. I didn't use a brush, so I can't really speak to that, but I have to say that it provided a very even application, and I didn't feel like it was taking too much of the product. It just, I don't know, it just looked very, very nice on my skin. I also used it a little bit on my nose, some on my forehead, and I spot concealed because I have 2 little fucking period pimples. Have to say that for spot concealing, it also worked pretty well as well. I mean, you could technically see the fucking pimples there because it's not going to completely erase them from my face, but it removed any sort of redness, and it actually looks quite nice. So obviously it didn't erase that whole area, but it basically looks like I have a cute little mole there, so that's kind of adorable. You know, obviously this is not like a full wear test, only because I'm currently working from home today, so I really didn't do anything that strenuous except yell at my email because people are fucking dumb. But that's besides the point. Now, here's where things kind of went a little south for me. And it's totally my fault. I don't think it has anything to do with the product. Typically, when I put my concealer under my under eyes, I don't like to set it with a powder because I find that when I set it with any sort of powder, it usually dries the fuck out of my eyes immediately. And it makes me just look like 105 years old. So it kind of bums me out that I feel like, well, my face does look pretty good. If you look really close up here, you can see how my fine lines are really kind of just poking through. But before I get into all of that, let me talk about the powder first. The powder's packaging is a little meh, it's all right. It's lackluster. It's just pure plastic and it's very, very light. There's nothing really luxurious or anything about it. And of course, probably if packaging were luxurious, it would be more than a $22 price tag. I get it. It's just, I think when you compare it to like Blue Blood or Blood Sugar or Alien or any of those palettes, you know, there's a certain kind of level of sophisticatedness, or even the fucking liquid frost bottles. They're beautiful. So I'm actually kind of surprised that these are just like little kind of chintzy kind of plastic. It doesn't really scream Jeffree Star, but whatever, I digress. Anywhoosies. So the powder I really like. Now it was a toss up between getting this and the rose one, but I wound up not getting the rose one because it looked very, very pink and I wasn't sure if it was just gonna make me look like a fucking piglet. I think it's actually a pretty good match for my skin tone. There's a certain softness to it that is beautiful. It actually reminds me a lot of the Inglot powder. Now with that said, I feel like overall my face looks really fucking good. I feel like the claims in this guy where it says blurring out pores and all that good stuff, I feel like it's very, very true. It's not enhancing any of my texture. I think it actually looks pretty fucking decent. I feel like the only problem I really had with this powder is when I started putting it under my eye. I don't like how that looks because I feel like upon initial application, that wasn't so prevalent. It actually was pretty hidden. But I feel like when I added the powder, it just immediately sucked all the moisture out of my face. And this is not a Jeffree Star problem. This is just a problem that I have with loose setting powders in general. I was just hopeful that this one was going to be a little bit different, and I think that's why I did it. But I am going to keep testing this powder out and this concealer. I am going to leave a pinned comment on this video to let you know what the results are after I've done this test, because, you know, I really do think that these products are good. It's just, I like it everywhere else except here. Now, before I actually started doing this video, I did a small swatch on my hand, which you can't even see anymore because it's like actually blending in. It looks perfect. But I did a swatch right here of the concealer and I just let it dry. Probably took, I want to say, like maybe 10 minutes to dry. It looks fantastic. So this little area right here. It's not emphasizing any cracks or anything like that. It looks really good. All right, I'm also going to do a flashback test. I'm going to close my eyes because I don't want to blind myself. Oh, actually looks pretty good. All right, I'll leave it up here. Not that bad. Okay, so in conclusion, I'm pretty happy with these products and I am sorry that I fucking set my under eyes, because I think had I not done that, this probably would have been complete perfection. So what I will do is I will leave a pinned comment down on this video letting you guys know how I wind up doing the rest of this week with this concealer. But honestly, it's nice. It's better than I expected. And is it my favorite? No, because I think it's just too soon to tell at this point, but definitely no Shape Tape. I know people were comparing it to Shape Tape. This is not Shape Tape. Shape Tape is a fucking dry, cakey mess that does not blend out. This blends like a dream. So people need to stop saying it's like Shape Tape. It's not. It's not like Shape Tape at all. So with that said, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below if you have the concealer or the powders, if you're planning on picking them up, if you don't give a shit, blah, 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 whatever. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, that's about it. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell icon for the notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, out in the streets, whatever. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.